How come?
Then it won't make you log in.
All right, they can see me, they can see you. Okay, hang on 1 second. All right, y'all. So here's me. Here's Monty. Where can I can't see anything. And what we wanted to do briefly was cover some of the forum issues that have hit the forums over the last 3 or 4 days. Obviously, it's been Christmas and the holidays, and I've been reading the forums every day, but I just haven't had the time to sit down and answer anything, and I'm sure you haven't either. And so things have piled up a little bit. So we figured we'd just cover some of it here. Then we'll put this up and archive it on the site. And so hopefully this will serve as sort of a Bartlet Backtalk, I guess, number 3, because we haven't done one in a while. So, all that said, we'll just start with general discussion. And then as you can see here, Monty's been keeping, just so you guys know how we do this, these are a lot of the notes that are recurring or notes that we really found relevant or everything. You can see the person who posted it. Monty has the link set up to those. So we can also go through some of these if we don't get them in the main one. So, matchmaking based on similar tower level. Did you see this?
Yeah.
So now TJ, who did all the matchmaking, is not here to explain, because I wanted that for the longest time. I was like, why don't we just match based on tower? And he explained to me why that would not be a good idea, in that we could do it, but the matching would be so basic that it wouldn't. You need to account for some other things. You need to account for, how many wins and losses and accuracy and how much damage you do and all kinds of things that allow the player to match with people that are of a better skill. So I don't know. I know you weren't here when we were deciding that.
Right.
Doze, do you remember that? Why we decided not to matchmake just based on the tower?
Based on the tower?
Yeah, like your tower position. Like if you're floor 6, then you'll be matched against people who are floor 6 or 3 up or 3 down. We do take that into account, but it's not the main thing.
I think it's because the tower is intended to reset.
That's part of it.
Pretty often, so I would say that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that might be like every month or maybe 4 days where you're getting matched with people that are really good, and that won't fix until those people play enough matches to go up the tower. So it's not really a good option just because of how often that resets.
Right, and the other thing is, until we get a critical mass, and I don't know what that number is, but until we get a critical mass playing the game, we're kind of our jury's out on how
well matchmaking.
The matchmaking, we don't know yet. We were hoping over the break we gave out like a couple thousand codes, we'd get large enough pools to assess that. But we're getting I'll explain to you guys. So our issue right now is threefold. What's happening is we've got some technical bugs. Obviously we're not live yet. We're live. We're not launched. So we have technical bugs that sometimes we're looking at analytics and we're seeing 50% of the people who log in and boot up the game don't play a game, which could be a matchmaking bug. They get kicked out. It could be that they're sitting in the lobby for too long. So we have that happening. And then underneath that, or in tandem, we have the issue of new players who are joining, and a lot of people who are probably watching the stream either live or eventually. Those new players are getting teamed with y'all or people who are really good, and they're having a shitty experience. Not anyone's fault, but because there aren't enough people to matchmake, they're getting paired with people and having a bad experience, and they say, fuck this, I don't come back. And then that kind of, both of those things occur and empty out the lobbies. And then as the lobbies are emptied out, it makes the matchmaking less quality, and then as the matchmaking is less quality, it makes the experience bad, which makes people not come back, which empties out the lobby, and it's kind of this thing.
Loop, yeah.
What's it, Lady Hawk?
We also have to point out that our matchmaking is set up so that if you don't have anyone around your actual rank at that moment, the net will widen. So that's why even if you're a brand newbie, if you sit there long enough, theoretically, someone who's been playing for a long time will get matched with you eventually. I think that does happen when we have successful matches, but as David says, we have this initial bug, which is that sometimes matchmaking just doesn't happen for some reason.
Right.
No
So
what.
Cliff, the first thing we're trying to tackle in that is the biggest problem is the fact that we have this discrepancy between people who boot up the game and people who actually are able to get into a match. So that's going to get solved hopefully this week, and once that gets solved, then we can kind of see what sort of trickle down effect that ends up having. So anyway, that's a really long answer to or response to that. We see Christmas card. I'm glad everybody liked the Christmas cards. That was cool. We love those too. What's your age? Well, I'm 44. How old are you, Monty?
I'm 40.
Doge.
Doge brings down the average.
I will be 24 on the 7th of January.
There you go. So that's us. We didn't post there. Okay, now this was interesting. Did you see what Marcus posted?
He's basically trying to figure out a way that he can use it as an exploit. I know we had talked about maybe nerfing the double jump shield.
I had never seen anybody jump that high. I knew you could jump, but he's basically using the backflip to get really more verticality. And I didn't realize you could do that. That's totally not intentional. I don't know if it's a bad thing. It's cool if you're ninja.
Yeah.
But I don't know what people think, and I'm wondering on the forums. So Pelter says she's OP with her mobility. Sly likes it. Maybe we just need to try and make it cost more stamina, maybe?
Maybe she just doesn't go. I think the suggestion was to not go as high vertically.
Yeah, but that's kind of fun.
It is kind of fun.
So maybe we just say, yeah, you can do it, but you just can't do it as frequently. Because, look at I can't make this bigger right now, but if you look at the stamina that it's costing, it's very little. She could do like 3 or 4 of those before she has to get more juice. So
I thought we had tuned down just the single jump shield to only being able to do 3 or something.
We may have. These guys are playing a later one.
Yeah.
So we should get that on the list of something when Tobin gets back. We should look at tuning.
Yeah.
Because we can't do a new tune update this one.
I'm actually more surprised that people didn't just point out the fact that the shield is kind of OP, that you can use that shield to block everything.
You think? You think it's OP?
I mean, one-on-one with, Kovac is a nightmare.
Should it just
never hit him.
Should it deflect? Should you still take some damage, or should it just be that it costs more to use it?
I think it just costs more.
Okay, so we can try that. Cyborg, obviously, yes, he can fly. Hello, Nicholas. We're just twitching the forums to answer this way instead of typing them. Now Nick has just arrived. Let's see. There's Nick. Sort of. You got to kind of come down a little bit. There you go. And there's Pelter. What's up, man? Okay. So, let's see the next topic. God damn it.
Oh, and then you'll put a link to this stream.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
Well, we're a clever bunch here. The game is so good. Wow.
Just talk about that for hours.
New topic. This was interesting. About Luigi talking about the forums getting kind of all over the place.
A little bit.
And I'm kind of wondering if I don't know what the best way to deal with this is.
I was going to type something out, and I didn't. But basically, I'm a moderator on some other forums, and what basically happens is that there's some people who like everything to be very organized into 1 or 2 topics, threads, and then people who are just posting all over the place. And you always end up never being able to please everybody, because if you start moving topics together into one thread, people are going to say, why are you moving my post? That was a totally different topic, even though it wasn't a different topic. So I think we've got a good enough group that I think for now we can kind of just let it run and let people sort of sort out the way they like to do things. I mean, I don't see it as a huge issue because we don't have a million people posting all at once.
Yeah, I think if it starts getting worse, because I've noticed it too. It's just it's hard to track.
Right. I mean, I love that all the bugs videos are going into one thread.
Yeah, that's cool. But he's talking about Lady Hawk's garden gnome thing.
Yeah.
He's like, we should put that in a weapon thing versus its own thing. I mean, it's not crucial right now, but I do see the point. Because the sticky stuff, I never even look at the sticky stuff. Let's see.
It's been a while since anyone posted any of those.
Maybe we need to put some of the, I think what he's suggesting is maybe we need to put some of the, we need to kind of get rid of some of these. And then let sticky, character issues, weapon issues, or whatever, and just have
right.
those.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But we'll review that and see which one should be suggested to Steve.
Let's see. You guys thought what's going on here? What's he saying?
This is Marcus talking.
Oh, he's talking about Ninja. Yeah, we haven't heard yet if people think she's OP. People seem to like her. Okay, wait times. I think we've already covered that, which is basically we have absolutely been looking at maybe starting the game with fewer players. What we're thinking about doing right now, and this is not set in stone, is for the actual game release. It won't be on the next update, and this isn't even guaranteed yet. We're just kicking it around. Is doing something where there's a timer. As long as there's 2 people in the lobby, after 90 seconds or 60 seconds, we just start a game. Or if there's 3 people, and after, if it's been like, okay, let me start again. You got one guy, he sits there for 10 seconds. Another person comes in. He sits there and within 65, 90 seconds, whatever, another person comes in. Then the timer resets. Now it's 90 seconds. In 90 seconds, if a 4th player hasn't come in, we just drop you guys in and you fight in a 3-player game. Or if it's only 2 people, you fight in a 2-player game. You'll come back to the lobby afterwards and hopefully find more people, but that game will just be, it will never populate beyond that because it fucks up the economy and stuff. So you'll basically be able to fight 1-on-1 or 3-player free-for-all in those cases. So we're looking at doing that. Hopefully that's going to serve more as an insurance policy, because hopefully once we launch live, there won't be a lot of cases where you'll be waiting for that long for more players. But like even when we have 40 concurrent, you can get into a game pretty quickly.
Right.
But sometimes we have 3 and it's horrible, or we have an uneven number. So anyway, curious if you guys watch this and have any thoughts on that. But that's kind of what we're kicking around at the moment. We may do that.
I think somebody might have asked if there would even be a mode where you could play with 2 players or 3 players specifically. Like set it to be that.
What we were trying really hard to do is not split. We're already splitting the users by free for all and team, and so what we're hoping to do is build some modes into free for all that allow players to have just one-on-one experiences. So if you and me and 2 other people go into a free for all, one mode might be you and I get paired, and then the other guys get paired, and some event occurs, and then we swap. So you're still having 4 people in the metagame, and the overall score at the end still ranks you 1 through 4. But the experience is 1v1. Because if we actually just had a pure 1v1, then suddenly we're splitting the player base 3 ways. And that's
a pretty interesting mode idea.
Yeah. And Vera's actually in the other room right now working on prototyping modes. So Pelter says, I did have an issue with the loadout system. Okay, Pelter, if you're still watching, I'd love if you could, well, maybe we can just find it. Let's see. We can search by name, right?
Yeah. This might have been the one about explosives and assault rifles, that you should never be able to have 2 assault rifles or 2 explosives.
If that's the one he's talking about, let's see. Yeah.
I've been watching YouTube videos of people playing a game, and they'll like stop and stare at something that I'll have missed. I'll be like, oh yeah, that is out of place. Like
what?
The color of the tentacle building alien is a slightly different color than the
Slightly
other
greener than the other one.
It's not
Well, in humanity, there are different shades also.
That's true. I guess
You're
I was
racist.
kind of like
you say that aliens have to
You're racist and you think everything has to be the same. You're like Kylo Ren.
I'm tap dancing on a landmine.
You're writing checks your body can't cash.
Yeah. Try this shit.
That's right. Okay, where's Pelter's thing? I mean, these are tuning notes, and we're definitely going to go through the tuning notes. Not on this stream though. Yeah, this is a pretty big thread. So if I will go through this in detail in terms of figure out what we have to tune for the next tuning, but
he's going to post on the stream, so
I'll just post. Okay. So, but I would say if it is what you're saying, the reason I'm currently not a fan of that, and ultimately we may have no choice, but you guys have been identifying weapons as, you don't want to have 2 of these because that's more powerful. again, I'm very committed to this idea that none of these weapons are more powerful than any.
Right.
There may be more powerful weapons, but they're not better. So if you're walking around with Uncle Joe and the Quadzuka, both of those should have enough pros and cons that it's not like having both of them is a problem. So to build a system that only lets you have one at a time sort of accepts the fact that we're going to have weapons that aren't balanced, and that's not what we're trying to do. So it may come to that, but I hope we're able to actually balance all these crazy weapons and specials and whatnot. This is interesting. This guy is talking, hand skins, which I thought was a great idea. It kind of fucks the fiction, but still might be worth doing.
I noticed one of the guys who I think it was Iron Skull Kid, posted a video where he escaped out of the training room, which is fixed, by the way, on the next release. But he found where the hand is just chilling by itself, and he titled the video Amy. Like, you thought that's Amy's hand? Interesting.
Oh, I think because Amy's phone number is on the hand. Maybe that's what he meant?
It just says Amy. I have no idea.
Interesting.
Iron Skull Kid's a man of few words, so.
Yeah, I know. Devil hand with a yeah. I mean, I think it could be cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, it doesn't help the fiction, but I think that's fine. Forcible room breakup after a few rounds. This is also interesting. This may be something we do. Again, we're going to wait and do some of these other changes first. But the reason I didn't want to do this is I have been happy when I have seen people who like the game say, I played this game for a long time. Like I'll sit and play and a couple hours go by. I'm like, wow, a lot of that I do think is because we just try to get you into the next game as soon as possible once you get with the group that's sticking around. And if we had to break up a room even after 3 or 4 games, I get the value that would come from that. But I also think that, it reminds me of like, what was that game, Secret Ponchos, that came out on PS4, in PC. It was fun. It was actually a cool game, but every time a game was over, I had to go back to matchmaking. And it just killed the flow. I just wanted to play, and it's like, nope, sorry, I got to take it back to matchmaking. And I stopped playing it because it was just I was spending more time waiting than I was actually playing. And once I find a group of people and I like playing with them, I don't want to get kicked out. So we may have to, but hopefully this won't be an issue once we get all the matchmaking stuff worked out. I thought this was a good idea, changing back to main weapon when special is used and needs cooling, although someone else, they talked a lot. Somebody was like, no, it's kind of more of a skill thing. So I don't know. I don't know on that one. I think maybe we'll. Did you see that one?
Yeah. I think people would get annoyed if you started shooting your weapon without having to switch to it.
Yeah, well, that's what somebody else was saying. They were worried about that as well.
I think it just comes to personal stuff. Maybe that's something we can do as like an option, like auto switch or something.
Yeah, people don't even know. Is the ledge grab in 3 or no?
It's not in 3.
Okay, so in the new version that you guys will get soonish, you can go into the options and you can turn off auto ledge grab. So if you want to grab a ledge, and that option is flipped on or off, the advanced version of it will let you have to keep X held down to grab the ledge. But what it lets you do is if you're a more advanced player, it gives you a lot more control, because sometimes you don't want to grab a ledge, right? So it can be in that
section. If you're
section.
holding down R2 to charge up a weapon, you don't want a ledge grab.
Right.
That's one way. We have an option now, so you only ledge grab when you hold down X.
Yes. To the devs about Cyborgula. Let's see what they said. That was Pelter's too. This was written when?
A week ago.
Okay. How are we planning on changing it? I'd like to add, if it isn't too late, don't change the character. I discovered the best enemy is Ninja, since she can throw the anchor. Of course, we need other people's opinions. P.S. I'm sorry if you don't annoy us. We're grateful. Well, I still think the Suicide Explosion... Yeah, Suicide Explosion may be doing too much damage.
I think mostly what came out of this is something about the closer you are, the more damage is.
Yeah, we can do that. It's just tuning. There's a button we can click to have it fade off after you get further
Or,
away.
have it so you can't run when he's exploding, stuff like that.
So what I wonder about Cyborgula is some people had talked about, hey, can you guys make Cyborgula Yeah, this won't be for the Twitch because there's a lot of in-depth stuff here that we have to go through. Happy to talk about it, but I'm not ready to.
Well,
really...
I think you said on an earlier stream something about once he hits 30%, he can't fly or something.
So that would be another option. I'm going to work. The question is, I'm going to reach out to the forums before we do that because it's not going to happen until next week anyway if we do that code.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like maybe they're okay with it now. But if they're not, then the plan would be to say, okay, after 30%, he can't fly until he gets health back. Or we could end up making that something that we do as a different kind of fringe character. So maybe it's like Bride of Cyborgula, and she's got her own tweaks and stuff, but that's her main differentiator. Is like she's really powerful, but after 30 or 40%, she can't fly. But she has better specials than Cyborgula or something like that.
Yeah, I think now that we have a bunch of people playing as Diablos and people playing as ninjas, maybe now is, or maybe even a little bit, give that a little bit more time, let people play with both those characters and see if they still think Cyborgula is OP.
Yeah.
Because it does seem like people are starting to not think Cyborgula is as OP as they used to.
And I'm seeing a lot more Diablos, which is interesting.
Yeah, because that one iPops guy is destroying everybody with the tail whip.
Lady Hawk says, I enjoy anchoring Cyborgula. That's her favorite thing. Yeah, that's really, really cool.
And it takes away all his juice and his specials.
Yeah, so he's fucked.
He's fucked.
But, if you're not him, maybe it's, it sucks there's only one character. Ideally, all the characters should be able to take each other off. What else? Oh, I got to set up my kids' play date. See? I'll move that for an hour. Let's see. Oh.
Never to be returned. That number is one of great debate.
That's some story stuff. I'll show you guys if you want to see that. It's early, but.
Okay, so some of the newer stuff. Silver skins for the hand, ninja backflip.
Right.
Any gun where a bullet does more than 25% damage should have a slower fire rate.
Like what?
I
mean, the recoil or the jackhammer has a slow fire rate, right?
Yeah. Maybe even slower though.
Okay. Well, yeah, I get to that. Do you remember why they said we should all play Splatoon, which I have, but I'm wondering what they were referring to. Was it movement or control?
I think it was something along the lines of visual design and being able to tell what things are right away.
Oh, okay.
It's an interesting post, and there's some good back and forth with some of the forum regulars regarding that, because our game ultimately isn't Splatoon. It's very different.
Yeah.
But
I'll take a look at that though in depth and see. Diablo's red tail whip should be 90%, not a full kill. Maybe. I mean, it's kind of hard to do. Kind of. I mean, you still have to it's coming.
yeah.
I think what I'd like to do is put a sound on it first, so that if you hear it kind of almost like sizzling, and the more it changes color, you have that audio cue that, oh shit, she's around me, and whereas right now you could be shooting and she comes up behind you and kills you, and that's shitty. But I think it's because we don't have a cue, and we should put an audio cue in there. Pelter says there's a small bug when you are done throwing the sharks and switch to weapon, she still ends up in shark throwing stance.
Yeah, that's fixed on the next release.
Okay. Reduce movement when shooting Vulcan. What do you think?
I think Vulcan. I mean, for me, it's like Vulcan used to be so OP that now that it's nerfed a little bit, it feels kind of fair.
Yeah, and these guys haven't tried the new aiming yet, which will be the next build, and it's a lot easier to hit with spray and pray weapons in the new build. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So you should hold off on that till they try the new.
Yeah. I played Splatoon. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it. I didn't look at the map design though and think it was amazing. I thought it was balanced and for the most part, and it was fun. But I thought the maps. Did you play it?
No.
They were fine, but they seemed just kind of generic.
Like a party game.
Yeah.
Oh, I did play that, like Indicate or something.
Yeah. Act should somehow be fairer against Sexy Beast. Pelter, that's yours. I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
He's basically saying that with the axe, if you mess up just once, someone with a Sexy Beast, because you have to be close to use the axe, and someone with a Sexy Beast just has to wait for you, to basically while you're sitting there waiting to do your next swing or something, you can go up and just shoot them in the face with the Sexy Beast.
Yeah, it's true, but I wonder. Well, but do you think? Okay, so is that a problem, or is that just like, well, if you're going to play Sexy Beast and you see someone has, if you're going to play Executioner, you see somebody has Sexy Beast, you probably want to make sure that you're only, you're not doing the slam down that you could get stuck invulnerable,
Right.
unless you know you can pull off that timing. I'm not trying to sell you on it. I'm just saying that was the intent. But I'm curious, since Pelter, that was yours. Lady Hawk says the reticle on Capone gets stuck when switching to the Fister.
I'll check that one out.
Let's see what else. Sexy Beast. Characters for the damage. Defense grenade should be destructible. I don't think so. But we have toned down the duration. I don't know if that's that's probably on the current.
Smaller
one.
too.
Yeah,
That's live right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's live, so it's smaller. You can leap over it, and it doesn't last as long. But I don't think it should be destructible. Cyborgula will wait on. Okay, so that's. Was there anything else kind of big, or anybody watching remember something we should talk about?
What about in the other categories on the forum?
Let's see. Was it this one? No, game suggestions, right?
I guess it's all suggestions, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we went through this one. Did we go through the first one, the general? We did.
2v2.
2v2. What is that? Oh, that's just looking for games.
Yeah, it's really.
Let's play with my friends.
I think it's a stream, maybe.
Yeah, so we will allow you to play team games with your friends. Just it's not available right now. We're still working on that.
Click on the thoughts on the controls.
Okay. Well, Lady Hawk, fuck them. Post wherever you want. They don't have, it's there's no ruler of the forums.
Yeah.
We read them all, so post where you want. We'll find it. We may eventually, like Monty was saying, kind of organize it a little different, but for now we're good.
These things tend to organically the rules just kind of organically come together.
I didn't really like the controls. They didn't feel smooth and responsive, but instead kind of clunky and not controllable. So more sensitivity settings and smoother controls like dead zone settings. Okay, so I don't know if you'll ever like our controls, whoever this numbleg guy is, but let's see, whenever I miss on the swing, I'm left invulnerable for a second. I'm not being a prick, Pelter, when I say, well, don't miss on the swing. But, I mean, that's dickish. But, I kind of mean that, and I kind of don't, in the sense that we'll look at the weapon and make sure, but ideally it should be balanced in the sense that if you connect, it's worth connecting. You can also jump and do an attack which does less damage, but it's faster. And that's not the one that slams down. That's just a single jump, and you hit an attack and you spin with it, and you won't get. There's no real delay or anything on that, but it does half the damage of the normal one where he draws back. So, but I'll play with the Executioner later today specifically with that, and I'll keep that in mind. I'll let you know. But yeah, I don't think this guy's ever going to like the controls because. The controls is exactly. That's the price using a big ass axe. The controls are, they're what's the word? They're unique-ish, I guess. I mean, we have high, we're very floaty. We're intentionally very floaty. It's not really, and some people I could see not liking that. Now, what this guy is saying specifically, though. We have dead zone settings in the new one. We have acceleration. I don't know if we have dead zone settings. We have dead zone. Then we have acceleration settings in the new one. You can turn it on or off. And we also have some changes that Vera's put in to make it easier to get hits. So I hope that is...
There's also what Sonny put in, which is...
well, that was acceleration.
Yeah, like if you hold all the way right or left, you'll turn slowly and then after like a second, then you'll turn fast, so that you're not just immediately like just.
Right. So we
twisting
have
left
we
and right.
have either acceleration off, which is always a constant speed.
Right.
We have acceleration on at 2 or 3 or 4 different settings.
Right.
So it's how fast it ramps up the more you push to the
Right.
right. And then, yeah, the dead zone where that kicks in, I don't know if that's tweakable. Hey, Sonny, did we decide to put in tweaks for dead zone, or we did not tweak the dead zone, we just tweaked the acceleration?
Sorry, what was that?
You know when you were doing controls last week or the week before and you put in the acceleration? So that I know is tweakable for the user, but did we put in tweaks for the dead zone, or we just added the dead zone, or we increased it, but we didn't let the player mess with
You
it?
can mess with it.
You can mess, okay, so you
Still
can
in
mess with that too. Okay, cool. All right, so there you go. Okay, so.
The sexy beast is the bane of my existence.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was gonna buy Diablo with blood diamonds. What? Oh. Okay. Gotcha. Let's see what else. Bullshit Cyborgula combo. That's worth clicking on. My love is only for Fister. A sexy beast is just
How
not
come you guys
sexy
never
enough.
asked to have the fister? No.
Yeah, I know. Well, the fist, maybe we do need
Fister's
to.
fun.
We might need to nerf the Fister a little bit in the sense that it blows up.
26 for just the one stick.
Yeah, and we should make sure it maybe blows up a little faster at the end. That red hand maybe holds a little too long.
You
But,
can make it random. Like as soon as it turns red, like randomly.
I don't know. We've changed it where one suicide will automatically cost you a point because this guy was complaining. iPops, who's really good with Diablo. I had Sight get an intense fight with me and then would press start, kill himself before I would kill him and bum rush killing me. Me losing on a kill point, but now losing for dying. He wasn't losing. He was okay. So my question on that is, Cyborgula will take a point from you if he kills you,
Yeah.
but he won't gain a point.
Yep.
But when you suicide and you're Cyborgula, what happens when you kill somebody with your? I know you'll lose a point if you're Cyborgula, but will you also still be able to take a point from someone else?
I think so.
I don't think you should.
I don't think you should blow up.
If you kill yourself, you just don't self-destruct.
Yeah.
Can we put that down as a bug or as a C bug or something?
Possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were saying like, what if he gets killed in the crusher? He shouldn't run around exploding after he's been crushed.
Yeah. That's
so for
true.
those cases, that really needs to be handled.
Okay. Yeah, that Iron Skull kid. I don't know. I think he's really good, right? I mean, I know these guys hate him, but I don't know if he's good. I know he cheats in the sense that what iPops is saying here, but I've played him and he hasn't done that, and he's still been really good. Suzanne is overpowered. A really powerful combo is Suzanne and Triple Threat. How is Suzanne being overpowered? That's interesting. But do these guys have the exploit still? Are you able to auto, like, can you hit L2, R2 and immediately get the headshot? Yeah, well, we're trying Lady Hawk. We're hoping people searching for those things end up coming to our game.
Brilliant, Mark.
But you know how you used to be able to, like, exploit Suzanne by doing, like, fast targeting with it? Like clicking L2 and R2 and it immediately went to the guy.
Yeah, I don't think that's what's happening. Because I think somebody else points out here that what they're doing or what the other person's doing is just using the normal sight and like lining you up and then holding L2 and then immediately hitting R2. So they're already kind of like pre-scoping you. It's just a skill thing, really.
But he's saying 71 damage for a simple body shot. Is it 71?
It's pretty high.
It may be lower now, though.
I don't think it is.
Can we check?
71 is kind of random, but I think it's supposed to be 70.
Okay, so the body shot on a sniper rifle should be, what, 50? And the headshot should be like 85 or 90?
I think right now the headshot's 88 or something.
Okay, can we get that down as well?
Yeah.
I should have brought like a... okay, that's good. Let me see. Anything else you want to hit, Monty, or that's pretty good?
I mean, right now I'm just focused on getting that matchmaking thing.
all the bugs. You guys want to see some art and shit, and then we're gonna hang up and get back to it. I'm working on Sci-Fi Ninja design, which you can see here, because Sunny's starting that today. And then let's see, where is it? Here it is. Pelter says I drop down to 39 when I get hit by it. Yeah, so I guess 40. Yeah. Okay, well that's weird because we'll look into it. So Chris is animating. These are animatics. I don't think you guys will see the first Hall of History vignette until the next build, right? Because PA3 doesn't have the Hall of History. It just warps you right to the frog room.
I think it's there, but it doesn't play or something. Because I've seen people walking around in it.
Okay, I don't know if you guys have seen the Hall of History where you can walk around and open the curtains and all that shit. But that'll certainly be in the next one. This is one that's not animated yet. It's just Chris is doing animatics. So I'll show you that if you want to see. I don't know if they can hear it, though. Let me know if you guys can hear this, because it's coming through my headphones right now.
How many have fallen in battle never to be returned? That number is one of great debate. But we know there have been many. We call them the lost. Some of them simply could not compete, could not survive on the smooth field of battle. Some fought brilliantly and bravely their whole lives, but could no longer compete in the modern world. And some refused to battle at all. They were our fathers, our sisters, even our children, and now they are gone, seemingly erased, wiped from existence by the wisdom and grace of the great hand. They shall never be forgotten. We must always remember those we have lost, and we must always continue to serve the hand, since in that which we were created to do. For if we continue to fight, and if we continue to win,
Yeah, there's.
then we shall never truly ever be lost.
So these are being sent so we can kind of go in and sort of adjust the timing. So you see a lot of these shots where no one's moving. We're going to speed that up and make it flow a little better. So are you guys watching this? Have you been in the Hall of History and seen the actual animated one yet? Or is that not in PA3? It may be in the new one. This is, people have been requesting, this is not finished art, but people have been requesting the ability to just buy everything all at once. So this is sort of art for the store that we'll let people just buy everything we have on launch day if they want. And we also have some, you can buy all the characters at once. Okay, it's not in PA3. So this is just some art for buying all the characters at once. You can buy all the weapons at once. And then this is some art for buying, we have character packs. So like you can buy a Johnny Savage pack with him, a costume, and like 3 or 4 shotguns or something. And that's, you know, just a bundle you can get. We're doing it with Diablo as well. Here is an alternate skin for Bronco, which I think is great. Have you seen this?
No.
Yeah, it's really good. This is modeled and this is ready to go in.
What is that for his leg? Is that
He's got like a stop sign, yeah.
What's wrestling?
He's just all fucked up. Let's see if I can. Yeah, so it won't look so pixely, but he's pretty cool. Let's see. What else can we show you guys?
You can change his voice at all?
We're hoping to. We don't currently have plans to do. This is another outfit for Bronco. It's not finished yet, but damn it. What did I do? Fuck. I don't know what I'm doing.
On the right. Up there in the purple.
Oh, weird. That's so weird.
More science.
These are stickers for the new tower. That will be the next tower. Might be the next tower or the next tower. We're not sure yet. And then this is sort of rough art for the beginnings of that tower.
Culture's question. Do all the characters have their own personalities? I thought the notebook follows the lives of the kids and his friends.
The story is both. The story deals with the kid and his friends and his life at home. But then the characters in the Notebook, it's kind of like Toy Story in that they have their own view of the kid. They're not aware that he's this kid in high school. They just know that he's this hand that controls and creates and destroys. And they do have their own stories and wants and personalities that the kid's not aware of. So they're kind of running in parallel, basically. So yeah, I won't zoom in to give away all the gags and stuff, but this is going to be season 2 or season 3 Tower. What else do I got? This is the beginnings of the new windscreen for some of the levels, not all the levels, but some of the levels. And I don't know. Oh, here. Okay, I have a question. Here's a question. What do they want? You got to play, dude. Depends. Come say hi to the fine folks, Steve.
Hi, Internet.
And that was Steve.
Where'd he go? It's me.
Hi, Mario. Okay, now I'm gonna pitch you guys this, and this is just. I'm okay. So I'm pitching you this. Okay, so and this guy's in his.
Quit pitching
T-pose.
that. You're gonna go blind.
I know. What we're gonna do is now again, you guys know skins don't affect gameplay at all. So this is absolutely a money grab. Okay, I'm just sharing it with you up front. We are going to sell these highlighter / gold characters for a lot of money, and you can only get them if you pay for them. And it's absolutely a money grab. So, but this is one of them. And that's all I really have to say. I think as long as we sort of own the fact that we're...
There's a ridiculous skin.
It's a ridiculous skin. It's stupidly expensive. I would never pay for it. But, you know, if somebody out there wants it to show off, hey, look how rich I am, fine with it.
We've seen it happen in a couple of different places.
Yeah.
Somebody out there that's going to want it.
Yep.
Done.
Pelter says, I love that Johnny Savage air what? Air hump? Nothing makes it special, except that it's expensive and you can afford it, and you choose to spend your money.
Are we gonna make it limited edition? Like only
We
sell
might,
100 of them?
Yeah, we might only sell like 100 or 1,000 of them.
Oh, yeah, look at Monty.
He will make a
Up
very
in
good
it.
target. But there's, you guys put something up where's all the characters? Didn't Nafisa put something up?
Yeah,
with,
yeah, she did everybody.
let's see. Where are they though? I can't see them.
Have you filtered for Nafisa?
Uh,
Oh, yeah, they keep going down.
she-
Oh, wait. So I'll go up. That's where...
oh, there they are.
Well, I was confused momentarily.
Yeah, so
So
that's
you can see
sort of the
them.
first batch of launch day characters of stupidly expensive characters.
Totally awesome.
And Brian
I think they're
managed-
cool looking though.
They
you know?
look cool in game. They look
Yeah,
cool.
they-
Brian's
they're
got
awesome.
them working in game just like that. They look awesome.
I wish I could show the fine folks at home, but
Whoa.
Those guys. You still gonna want money coming off them?
what's that?
Money to fly off them when they run?
I don't know if we can do that. Didn't TJ say that might be a problem? We were gonna have them bleed.
Everything.
We were gonna have them bleed money. So instead of blood, it's money that comes out. But I don't know if we have the tech for that right now.
So maybe we can't make their blood into money, but maybe as they run, just money just flies
Yeah,
off.
it's money flies off.
Yeah.
And it's loosely just.
Yeah, they're
that's
cool.
way more doable.
Could we call Slice Blade Runner? Slice is the sci-fi ninja. Is that right?
Can't call anything Blade
We can't
Runner.
call anything Blade Runner. I mean, we can, but you guys have to promise to pay our legal fees. But yeah,
and they will be many.
yeah, exactly. So, what else? Anything else? What should I show,
Too
Steve?
bad she won't live.
Uh,
Thanks for getting that, Nick.
money flies out of their ass is what Lady Hawk says.
Ow, thanks.
Oh, interesting. I'll show you a Bronco skin. You guys want to see a
There's
Bronco
a
skin?
boat from Hellboat.
So, this is a skin for Bronco because the kid's little sister sometimes steals his notebook and draws in it, and so she decides to draw Bronco. So this is a skin you'll be able to get for that character. But we're not going to launch with this one because it's so different from the core art style that we figure, you know, let's, I should move this, then we can see a little better. Let's get the core style out into the world, and then we can start showing off these. So, let me see. I don't know. Like, why are you showing everything? It's fun to show shit. He does have a flower gun. This is some concept art for the train level that used to be a train level. Now they might be boats going down the River Styx. This is... Chris has been working on some animations for this character, Sci-Fi Ninja. Let's see. Let's see if this will play.
It's a teleport.
Yeah, it's her teleport. There's no effects yet, but basically she moves around the level really fast. Maybe we are going back to Hades. I don't understand, Pelter. You say, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't buy that. Not to be rude, but I like it. So I'm totally confused. You wouldn't buy what, but what do you like? Do you mean the gold dudes, or do you mean the crayon dude? That's my question.
I have a flower gun to go with it. He's probably talking about the crayon dude.
Yeah, he does. He has, I'll show you his gun. This is... So, yeah, he does have a crayon version of his missile launcher, which I think is great. But I'm not sure if you mean... I don't know what he means. Help. I like crayon, but I wouldn't be worth buying. Oh, okay, but watch this. Hey, Karen, would you ever buy the crayon gun or the crayon skins?
Yes.
See?
I love them.
I know, I do
Yeah.
too, but I was
Yeah.
like, Pelter's like, I like them, but I'm not buying that. It's so funny what some people are just like, I want that.
Yeah.
Other people are like, I'm not fucking buying that.
Yeah, like in League, there's the arcade skins.
Right.
I'm like, don't even look at the price. I'm just like, I'm in.
I haven't seen those.
They're super cool. They're all the effects are 8-bit. So like when you die, there's like a little game over that flashes over one. Another one like plays like Duck Hunt guns on a TV and stuff. So it's all
Very
just kind of
cool.
all these kickbacks to video games. I'm like,
That's awesome.
I must collect them all.
Very nice. Very nice. So, all right. So anyway, he knows what he has to do, but he doesn't know if he has the strength to do it. That's Doge, by the way. Whenever you see Flint Cleaver, that's fucking Doge behind you, typing shit. So I don't even know what he's talking about. What are you talking about, Doge?
It's
Talking about Star Wars.
yeah, it's a kind of lame quote.
Oh. How many times have you seen Star Wars, Doge?
4 times.
I've seen it twice. I'm going to see it again soon. I loved it. Loved it.
You'll see the Hateful Eight also.
The what? Hateful Eight?
Eight.
Yeah, I want to see that too. Anyway, you guys. All right, so that's what's going on. Hopefully this serves as a good post to the forums regarding, in terms of what we're doing with all the great comments. So please keep sending them. We will be doing a tuning pass, not this week, but the beginning. Nick, are we doing a tuning pass next week?
Not next week, no.
The next week?
Yeah.
We're updating soon.
We have the ability to, yeah.
Okay, so we'll let you know, but we're definitely going to take a lot of these posts we've been talking about and incorporate the ones that are not code driven, that are just numbers, into the next update. And then very soon there'll be an actual real update, which we can't say when, but it'll be soon and it'll be significant. You'll have a new character in there, you'll have a new level in there, you'll have a bunch of things that have been tweaked and changed and all that good stuff. I have Scott Rogers' book on video game design. Yeah. I like Scott and I worked together back for a while in God of War. I liked his book. It was interesting. What do you mean, where's Jaffe? Jaffe's here.
It's all over the place.
Maybe he doesn't know what I look like. He's like, dude, I thought Jaffe was like a fucking dork, but he's amazing looking. I'm like, I know.
Dramatic.
Steve, you can just bite me.
Brian,
Why?
Brian's allergic
Who's
to that comment.
Steve? Huh?
Brian's allergic to that last comment.
Shut up, Brian. Well, who's Steve, though? Wait.
Steve, you can just bite me.
Why can Steve bite? Steve! Lady Hawk says to bite her.
Uh-oh.
Who says that?
Private room time.
Yeah.
Who says that?
Lady Hawk, I think she's talking about you. I don't know. She says you need to bite her.
Wow.
Ladies talking about Steve.
He's married, but that's,
I'm like, talk to my wife, make an appointment.
Your wife's got a waiting list, though. I tried. It's like 4 months. And I have to have a test.
You
No,
didn't
thank you.
give her the front of the line card I gave you?
No. Oh, I thought that was a different
It's different from the
front.
back of the line card.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Goodbye, you guys. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching the stream.
Thanks for all the buzz.
Yeah. Thank you. Exactly.
Give us more.
Bye, you guys.